So I have got a session as Fred Flintstone for the Columbus Zoo this morning. So I am in my classic Fred headspace in my voice. Been watching Flintstone episodes, getting him in my noggin, and he's got a few lines here. It's going to be ISDN. I was going to be at the studio, but there was some scheduling confusions. It's almost 8 in the morning here. And now you get to take part in me doing Fred Flintstone in a commercial for the Columbus Zoo. I'm been doing all my vocal exercises as low as I can so I can put on that voice. I've been listening to Alan Reed and Henry Corden. Again, my Fred Flintstone is a combination of the two. Alan, of course, was the original voice of Fred. Henry Corden took over for him after he passed away and was actually the voice of Fred for 30 years. And then Henry helped choose me as the next voice of Fred. There's been other people that do Fred now. I love the character. I love doing the voice. I wish there was more opportunities for me to do it. So this is a fun one here today. Whenever I'm doing a session beforehand, I like to stay in the voice as much as I can on my phone here. How about a rematch? So, growing my hair back out. Now it's in that awkward stage. It doesn't want to be short, it doesn't want to be long, it doesn't want to be middle, it just wants to just... There will be another voice in this commercial. A parking attendant, not certain who's playing that. Another thing that I will make sure I don't do before a session like this, I won't eat anything because that will affect my range, and I need all my low range right now to do Fred. It's early, which can sometimes work to your advantage and other times not. Well, this session was supposed to happen and then got rescheduled and then scheduled back. So for the last few days, I've been overworking my low-end vocal workouts in the evenings to help me wake up with more resonance. And so there's a little tricks I do to be able to keep the voice in this space right here. Supposed to dial me up at 8 o'clock. They're running a little late, which can happen. Many different ways Fred could say a line. So you have to try to find him in the copy. The person says, what kind of car is that? Well, it could be a Dodge, because I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. Oh, sir, the purple dinosaur in your passenger seat, is he attending as well? Attending? Kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrasaurus. So, since I am not at the studio and everybody else is getting there at 8, they're probably all getting settled and all that with the other actor. And that's why they haven't dialed me yet. A lot of waiting. Voiceover is always a lot of waiting. How you learn to do a bunch of different noises. You spend so much time sitting around waiting in little rooms with microphones. Little lozenge to coat my throat. I don't use lozenges all the time, but it's allergies. It's very dry. My throat's starting to dry out a little, and I don't want that to be the case for this. It's a good sound effect. They're having trouble dialing me up. I see that you guys have dialed, but I see that I don't have a lock on my on your end there. So I'm sure you can hear me, but I cannot hear you. So you might need to disconnect and redial. Well, it's good you guys get to see the technical difficulties of it all. They dialed me, but it didn't lock, meaning they probably could hear me, but I could not hear them. So it doesn't work that way. When all the hectic stuff goes on, which it does, you can't let it affect your performance. There we go. Now I see those lock lights. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody there? Not hearing you guys.
Oh. James, are you hearing me on this room?
Yes. I hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, yeah. You're hearing me, but I'm not hearing you. James, we're having some technical issues, and so they're going to record you later. Susie will get in touch with you.
Okay. So now they're going to dial me as a phone patch, which remember is different than an ISDN. They're going to do that in about 15 minutes. But it'll be through my ISDN box. They just dial the first line of that with a regular telephone, and they'll be able to talk to me and hear me and blah, blah, blah. It is now 8:50. So, hello.
Oh, hello?
Hello.
Hi, finally.
We have liftoff.
Yay!
We've been waiting all morning to hear your voice.
That's your agent.
That's your agent. Your wires crossed this morning for sure.
But thank you.
No problem. All right, so we
Flintstone.
yeah.
So I'm sorry we don't have the parking attendant.
That's all right.
Guy, but just so you know, he's kind of a sort of a geeky teen, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of hear in your head what he was sounding like, and he's asking you these questions, and you're just Fred Flintstoning.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, just give it a shot.
All righty.
All right.
Here we go. I'm going to call this take one.
All right.
Well, it could be a Dodge, 'cause I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. But it might be an Audi, 'cause it never runs Audi gas. Attending. Kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrasaurus. Oh, that's my buddy George Jetson in his fancy flying car. Hey, George! Yeah, show off. It's Cartoon Weekend at the Columbus Zoo, September 24th and 25th. Yabba-dabba-doo! Not miss it!
That was awesome, James. Let's just get another one.
Yeah, okay. Then this is take two.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a Dodge, 'cause I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. But it might be an Audi, 'cause it never runs Audi gas. Attending. Kid, Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrasaurus. Oh, yeah, that's my buddy George Jetson in his fancy flying car. Hey, George! Yeah, show off. It's Cartoon Weekend at the Columbus Zoo, September 24th and 25th. Yabba-dabba-doo! Not miss it!
Cool. That sounds great. On the line, the attending,
Yeah.
can you sound a little more outraged at the question?
Sure, yeah.
Great.
Great. And do you want me to break it down into like just line at a time? Do we want to do three in a row of each?
Let's do that. If you have, let's do that. Let's start with the Dodge line then and go from there.
All righty. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. This is first line, ABC. Take
Yes,
three.
that's great. Thank you.
Well, it could be a Dodge, 'cause I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. But it might be an Audi, 'cause it never runs Audi gas. Oh, well, it could be a Dodge, because I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. But it might be an Audi, 'cause it never runs Audi gas. Well, it could be a Dodge, 'cause I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. But it might be an Audi, 'cause it never runs Audi gas.
Good, James. Can you do one where you really hit over the head? Like, it could be a Dodge.
Yeah,
but
sure.
A Dodge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, take four. Well, it could be a Dodge, because I had to dodge a whole lot of T-Rexes on the way in from Bedrock. But it might be an Audi, 'cause But it might be an Audi, 'cause it never runs Audi gas.
Great.
All righty.
All right, let's move on to attending.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. This is the second line, an A, B, and a C. Take
Great.
five. Attending. Kid, Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrasaurus. Attending. Kid, Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrasaurus. Attending. Kid, Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrasaurus.
Nice. I love the Celebrosaurus. Can you sound a little more, I guess, outraged on attending, but then a little warmer on kid? Dino here's one of the
Yeah.
stars of the show.
Sure.
Up a little
He
bit.
lightens up, sure.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, here we go. Take 6. Attending kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrosaurus. Attending kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrosaurus. Attending? Oh, kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrosaurus.
Hey, can you get just 3 in a row of the line? Dino here's one of the stars of the show. A little more on the stars.
Yeah, sure.
There. Awesome. Thank you.
I'll give you the whole thing here.
Okay.
Attending kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrosaurus. Attending kid. Dino here's one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrosaurus. Attending kid. Dino here is one of the stars of the show. You might even say he's a Celebrosaurus.
Great. That's awesome. Let's move on to, that's my buddy.
Okay. This is the third line, and here we go. Take 7 or 8. Oh, that's my buddy George Jetson in his fancy flying car. Hey, George! Yeah, brother, you show off. Oh, that's my buddy George Jetson in his fancy flying car. Hey, George! Show off. Oh, that's my buddy George Jetson in his fancy flying car. Yeah, hey, George! Yeah, you show off.
Great. I love it.
Under the breath, grumbling, mumbling. Yeah.
Yeah. Under his breath.
I'll just do the It's Cartoon Weekend at the Columbus Zoo, and then we'll save the Yabba Dabba for another separate take as well.
Sounds perfect. Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's Cartoon Weekend at the Columbus Zoo, September 24th and 25th. It's Cartoon Weekend at the Columbus Zoo, September 24th and 25th. It's Cartoon Weekend at the Columbus Zoo, September 24th and 25th.
Nice. Let's get the Yabba Dabbas.
Okay, here we go. Yabba dabba do, not miss it. Yabba dabba do, not miss it. Yabba dabba do, not miss it.
Can we just get some, a little more like, Yabba Dabba?
Yeah, big
Give it
ones.
all you got?
Sure.
Great. Thank you.
Yabba dabba do, not miss it. Yabba dabba do, not miss it. Yabba dabba do, not miss it.
I love them. Can we just get some Yabba Dabba Doos
Yeah,
and maybe then just some random Fredisms?
sure.
Great.
Yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do. No. Well, we are, what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you sure, yeah. Let's see, just,
Elma, some, hey, Barn.
yeah. Hey, Bon. Oh, hey, Bon. Wilma? Bonnie! No, Dino. No, down, Dino, down! Yeah, the
Can you
classic.
do, Dino?
Yeah, the, he's a tricky one.
And then can you do some, so if I would have recorded it with the parking attendant where more like a conversation, so while he's talking, you're like, huh? What? Yeah? Okay. Can
Yeah.
you just get some random interjections like that?
Sure.
Great.
Oh, huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, What? Hey.
That's great, James. This is so entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Best time.
Great.
I think we got it.
Yes? Excellent. All right. Well, I will get these right to you then.
Okay, great.
Good job.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad we can make it work. I'm so sorry for all the stuff this morning, but we got it.
We'll make it happen.
It happened. That's all that matters.
Thanks
Okay.
again.
Thanks. Have a great
Thank
day.
You too. All righty. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now I have to edit it down, send them the sound file, put it on an FTP, since we did not end up doing it at ISDN. After all, day in the life of a voice actor. Bad hair and all. I gotta do something about this. I need some gel.